Well, Wisenbaker is a supplier of various countertop, flooring, and window coverings products, primarily to the new home construction sector throughout the state of Texas. Wisenbaker, by virtue of the fact that we're very involved in the new home construction business, means that on a daily basis we interact with the builder themselves and also with the builder's design center and the staff within that. That's who the home buyer is going to interact with in their selecting of their products, mainly selecting products that are deemed as options or upgrades. And so within that group of people, the builder, Wisenbaker, and the design center, there from time to time will be inconsistent communications. That's because everyone is literally working off a different copy or a different view of the system. And within those three parties, there's also chances for data entry errors. There's also questions raised from time to time where as to what is the most and up-to-date pricing information, product specification information. There tends to be inconsistencies when it comes to that.
Technologically, that was impossible to do with the systems that we had because they were all disparate. Some of them were third-party systems, some of them were homegrown, and so we couldn't meet the challenges we had with the tools that we had at Wisenbaker.
Well, we believe this is a universal problem. So when you take a look at the whole new construction sector as a whole, more and more builders are going to use to the use of design centers as an extra added service to the home buyer. And when they start down that path to using a design center, it starts exploding the product options. And the home buyer sometimes gets very overwhelmed, and there's a lot of things that they can choose from. So as a result, we see this as a universal industry challenge and a problem. To that extent, we believe this is an application that will fit approximately 80% of the building, of the home builders out there in terms of being able to capture the upgrade or the option sale, in addition to providing extra satisfaction to the home buyer, in addition to really reducing their costs when it comes to estimating, when it comes to just the whole process and the cycle of getting prices to the home buyer. It'll benefit us by having our customers be on the same page as we are. It'll also help us by being able to implement product changes, because manufacturers will add products, drop products, and that's a very, very tough process to handle from the builder's perspective. We'll be able to manage that ourselves, streamline that, so we can add products, drop products, and reprice products pretty much in real time. When we demonstrate the VO program to the builder, they fall in love with it because it does do what it says it's going to do, and it does eliminate those challenges that they've been faced with time and time again. And so what we're able to do is lead with the software program and then introduce our products to it. And so when the builder sees how integrated the system is with our product offering and our ability to manage all of that, it's very natural for them to say, let me take a look at what you have. And then we're able to open the door to our product offering and generate new revenue.
Both the VO and VO Concierge use fully all Microsoft technology. On the Concierge side, on the web piece, we're using Silverlight version 2. In the Windows desktop, that's the VO Options Estimator, we are using WPF, Windows Communication Foundation. We used Visual Studio course, I believe we're in 05, and C#. Catapult brought both management and really good, strong application development experience with them. They helped us initially break down our requirements. We had a really good vision for what we wanted to do, but we don't have all of the expertise that we need to do a project of this scope. It's really transformed the estimating department. We used to have a manual process with these disparate systems that we talked about earlier, where we had them do an estimate in a third-party tool. They'd have to transfer that information by hand, data entry-wise. That was a process that took about 2 hours to do an estimate, and it was fraught with a lot of human error because of the data entry. Now, there is no data entry at all. It's simply drawing the plans. All the information is calculated for the estimator. We've reduced our time from that 2-hour period to about 30 minutes.
VO Options Estimator is the back office estimating tool
Right.
that the builder can use within their own internal estimating to literally create what-if scenarios. Because if they're looking to develop a new community and they want to determine what the specifications are that they want, what kind of flooring do we want to put, what kind of countertops do we want to put, they can use this tool to internally be able to determine in real time what's the cost of using this level of flooring or this type of countertop, rather than having to go back to the contractor, Wisenbaker, and ask us to reprice everything according to how they would like to see it. They can literally do this for themselves. So that's the VO Options Estimator piece. The VO Concierge Options Planner, we really believe, is going to be a very favorable tool in the sight of the home buyer, because they can literally sign the contract for their house, be given a password, and log on to the concierge website, and before they get to their design center appointment, literally begin seeing what's available to them in terms of options for their homes, putting their little signature touches on their home. So the concierge piece is really designed to do that, help them get to where they want to go.
In effect, the home buyer has become the estimator. If he decides he wants to change the configuration of a room or change it from carpet to wood, VO itself, behind the scenes, does the re-estimate within 10 or 15 seconds. So we've turned a 2-day turnaround time into a 15-second turnaround. So there's excellent opportunity there. I've been surprised at how well received this has been by our customers. I mean, everything that James said in terms of tying everything together and the leverage. We've had the vision, but until you really get it out in the marketplace, you don't know how it's going to be received. And once we started to get a polished application together and start to show it off, our customers said, wow, we must have this. So that's been very gratifying.
Wisenbaker does operate currently within the state of Texas, but VO will be our way of expanding and extending our business on a national basis.